All right, next up we got box squat. So rule of thumb, you want the barbell pretty much lined up mid-chest, all right, to bottom chest. That way when you're done your set, you're tired, it's easy to just walk it back in, put it against the rack, and then let it slide down. If the bar is too high, then you might go on your tippy toes. It's not safe, it's not secured, and you might miss the J hooks, all right? So for our box squat, okay, we want to, as always, make sure our knees are over our second, third toe. You're going to squat the way you were meant to squat, right? We all squat differently because of how our hip anatomy is, and that also dictates the way our feet are going to be, all right? Given we're doing a box squat, no need to elevate the heels if ever we can't get into a full deep depth position because we're only halfway. What we want to make sure is that the top of our thigh is parallel with the floor, and if anything, we want our hip to be slightly higher than our knee. All right, so we'll be working on our strength here. So we're going to lift heavy for short reps. Okay. Another thing before we get into the position, we want to make sure that our hands are just outside of our shoulders. So for me, it's right where the bar starts to get rough again. And then from here, when I'm ready, I'm going to look at the center of my bar. I'm going to pull on the bar. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to scoop myself underneath, and that is going to guarantee that the bar is centered on my traps, all right? So again, you have little bones if you touch right here, okay, the top of your shoulder blades, okay? You want the bar to be just on top of that. So you don't want the bar to be on your neck, and you don't want it to be too low either. So again, once you're in position, okay, a lot of time people's wrists are going to be in full extension, and the elbows are going to be way back. What you want to do is you want to try and keep your wrists as neutral as possible. So your knuckles are going to be slightly pointing back, and then your elbows, a lot of people, the elbows flare out. You want to make sure that they stay underneath the bar as best as you can. So once you got that position, you're going to unrack the bar, you're going to walk back, and then from here, in order to maintain your elbows underneath the bar and your wrist neutral, you're going to try and bend the bar by applying pressure on your back, your upper back. And a lot of the time with the elbows out and the wrists, all right, in full extension, all the pressure goes down to your low back. So that is why we want our wrist neutral, okay, and we want our elbows underneath the bar. And it also helps create better tension, recruits more motor units, all right, making you stronger through the lift. So once you're ready, you're going to go ahead, and you're going to go nice and control on the way down. You're going to sit on the box and then back up. Always make sure your stomach is nice and tight. And when you sit on the box, you're not just relaxing your entire body and taking a break on the box, all right? So whenever you're going down, you're going to touch the box. Okay, I'm going to sit fully on the box for a quick second. And again, I am still supporting myself, all right? Then when I'm ready, I go up. So down, touch, okay, I'm soon there, I'm fully there, I explode right back up.